Part 2 of my video of trying to install Windows 11 onto an old HP Elite 8200. Got my computer all ready. It's running. I'm going to put in my install USB drive. So plug it in over here. I just need to restart and see what goes. It's a really old machine. This is like over 10 years old, or maybe 10 years old. So I need to change the boot directory on this old machine. I'm not sure what key it is, but I'm going to press start first. It actually booted into escape, gives me into this, and I can choose the boot menu and choose the USB drive now. This would be a lot easier on a smaller screen. This is a 55-inch LCD. Just waiting for it to load. Good thing it booted up. Now it's a matter of me running through setup. Install. As I mentioned before, I don't have a product key, so I'm going to have to skip this for now. And then let me fix the screen. I'm going to choose Windows Home. I think that should be enough. Click next already. It doesn't meet requirements. So I'm stuck. I thought they fixed this problem. I'm gonna check the PC health. First I'm gonna install the health check app. Okay, there. Here. There you go. Just need to check. So I need to change these things if I can. Because my desktop is so old, it has no TPM as well as no secure boot. So I'm going to have to go through the process of creating a Windows 11 USB drive without TPM and stuff. So I have to go ahead and download Windows 11 again. And I'll be following the tutorial here on allthings.how. I'll put the link on there. But instead of this, I will be downloading this. So out of the three options, I couldn't use the Insistent, couldn't use install media, and now I'm finally using this, and I'm going to use Rufus. It's a tool to create a USB installer. Confirm. Yes, I need to start downloading now. So I guess I needed to press this button. Now it's downloading. Take 8 minutes. I just read online that I possibly can still use the ISO file that I have. I just have to modify registry. Let's give this a try. Done this. Now I need to do this. I need to do Shift F10. From here, let's see if I can do Shift F10. Shift F10. Shift F10 gets me this window. And now I need to follow the steps over here. Type regedit. And then it says H key local machine system setup. H key system setup. And I need to make a new key here. New key. And then I'm going to rename this. Right click on my mouse, click to rename, and I need to rename it to lab config. just like that. I need a new D word value, 32-bit. So inside of here, new D word value. So I just right clicked inside of here. D word value, 32-bit. And I need to add bypass TPM check. TPM check. That. And I need to edit the D word. If it gets a value 0, three, 4, 5, 6,
How can make you
7,
fly?
1. So 7
How can
zeros
make you fly?
and 1.
Like this.
7 zeros and 1. Click OK. Should look like this. And so I need to create one for bypass secure boot check. Like this. So let me go do that. And it's called bypass secure boot check.
Like the next level of macarena.
New D word 32 value. Shh. Bypass secure boot check. And then I can just change that to maybe 1, and that's it. So I'm good with this. Let's see if it'll let me go through the process. And no more error, I think. Hopefully not. Custom installation. I'm gonna delete delete That's where I want to install it. Go new, apply.
Good job.
It's ready. Click next. Took a long time, but wasn't too difficult. Again, I'll put the website on here. Macmodo installed Windows 11 without TPM. That was very helpful. Just started installing Windows 11 after running the instructions for editing regedit files. It's 11:42. Let's see how long it takes. This is installing from a USB 2.0 drive. This took me all morning to do, but it installed. All thanks to macmodo.com. Thank you. You're awesome. So now I just have to go through the installation process, which I'm sure other people have already done and made videos of. Click yes. Click yes. Click skip. And then just go through the whole process. So plugged in my Ethernet. I hope they don't force me to log into Microsoft. I just want to create a local connection. So maybe I shouldn't have put the internet connection. Okay. Need to put the name of my device. Reboot it again. This process is painfully slow. I don't want to sign in. This is what I talked about. I don't want to do this. It's very annoying. No, I don't want this. This is very annoying when you're setting up Windows 11. I don't want to create an account. I just want to create a local account. I don't want to use Microsoft at all, but they're forcing me to when I set up Windows 11. It's very frustrating. So I logged in with my Windows account, but now it wants me to create a PIN. This is very annoying. No way to skip it. Trying to send me Office 365. Gosh. It's already taking me like 20 minutes already. I still want to take a few more minutes. When I boot into Windows 11, I get this MS Teams bad image. I don't know what it is, but I don't really care. I don't use Teams. Finally install Windows 11. I'm going to add a local account. So first click onto here. This is my Windows 11 machine. I'm going to remove, or at least create a local account. So I need to go in settings. First click over here. And then click on settings. From here, on the left side, click on accounts. And then click on your info. After you click on your info, scroll down to the part where it says sign in with local account instead. And then it'll ask you, are you sure? Are you sure you want to switch to a local account? And I'm sure. I want to switch. When setting up Windows, it didn't give me this option. So I need to put in the password. Just enter in your local account information and then click next. It's gonna ask to sign out and finish. So I just sign out and finish. That's it. Very annoying to have a Windows account, but I'm doing it anyways. I was originally running Windows 10 Home. After installing Windows 11 with no serial key, it automatically checked everything and activated my Windows 11 for free. Of course, this is a old system that doesn't support Windows 11. Anyways, I'm gonna use it. This weekend, I installed Windows 11 onto my old HP compaq A200, and there was only one big issue, and that was that the resolution, screen resolution on the computer was set to 1024 by 768 since the drivers didn't install well. So if I go over here and I right click on here and go to display settings, I've already installed the drivers, but before on here it was only showing 800 by 600 and 1024 by it was only showing these two, and there's no way to edit it. It was only after I went to the software and drivers website over here on HP for my computer. You'll have to find it for your computer. I chose a different OS and I selected Windows 8 64-bit and I changed. And so then after that I could access my drivers, which the thing I needed was the video drivers, and I downloaded this, the Intel graphics for Microsoft Windows. So it's surprising as usual. This is Intel graphics and it never gets installed. When I had this old computer for Windows 10, it didn't install. I had to find the drivers and install them, and then again I had to do it again this time for Windows 11. So if I go to downloads over here, it was just a matter of me installing the driver, which is this one, SP66704. The one thing that I will mention is, again, go into properties and make sure it's running in compatibility mode. And I said it's a Windows 8. And then I clicked OK and I ran it. After I ran it, it automatically put it into the correct resolution over here, which is on my big screen. Sorry, I don't have a smaller monitor right now. What do you call it? The resolution now is set correctly to 1920 by 1080. So if you have an older computer you're installing this onto, this computer is really old, but it's still an i5-2400 second generation. It's circa 2011, but it can still run Windows 11 sort of. I still need to do some more testing, but that was probably the biggest issue for me. The Ethernet driver did work, and so I could download stuff easily. Sometimes the LAN Ethernet isn't available, but this was. The only thing I had to change for this one was install the video drivers as usual. Good luck. I just installed Windows 11 onto this old computer of mine. It's a HP 8200 small form factor. One thing I noticed after installing it is the display resolution is set to 1080p, but the scale is set to 150%. I'm not sure if other people will have this issue for Windows 11. Could be that my computer is just old, but if this is a common thing that Windows does, if it sets the scale to 150%, this can really affect the way web pages are displayed and even how you do work, because everything will be scaled so large. So if you're working on stuff and you need more real estate, you might want to change this back to 125 or 100. Even though the screen font will be a lot smaller, you might be able to do more work because everything won't be so large. So that's one thing I noticed about Windows 11. This is the first thing that I've noticed about it that I think I may change just for productivity reasons. Again, you can get here by going right-clicking on this, right mouse clicking, and go to display settings, and then scroll down to scale, and you can see it's set to 150% by default. I'm not sure if it should be that, but let me know if your machines have this. I'm curious. I own an old HP compaq 8200 that was built, what do you call it, in 2011. It's 10 years later. I'm still reusing this. I was actually using it for work a few years ago, but I upgraded to a slightly newer computer. Anyways, this video is about Windows 11 activation. So this originally had a Windows 10 installation on it, and it was activated. I didn't remember the serial key or the code at all, but when I went to install it, everything worked fine. I just skipped the step where it asks you for a serial key during installation. And then when I go into settings and go to system over here, so I went to settings, put system, and scroll down to the bottom where it says product key activation. I just clicked on this, and then you can see here's Windows 11 Home. Activation state is active. I had to just click on check before, and it just activated automatically. So if you had Windows 10 installed and you do the upgrade, just remember to skip the part where it asked you for a serial key or whatever, or a key code. It'll automatically find, hopefully, the activation state on its own. If it didn't work, what I can possibly think is you're using different versions of Windows. So let's say you were originally running Windows 11 Pro, but then Windows 10 Pro, but then you installed Windows 11 Home. There are different versions, so it might not activate correctly. So just remember, if you're running Pro, install Windows 11 Pro. If you're running Windows 10 Home, install Windows, 11 Home. So I hope that makes sense. I'm pretty happy I don't have to purchase anything for Windows 11, and the upgrade was super easy. Just remember, for the key code or serial key, skip that step, and then make sure you choose the right installation.